Welcome to another Splatoon 2 news video on the channel. A new global Splatfest has just been announced by Nintendo. It will be between Knights versus Wizards. It will be a global Splatfest kicking off next weekend. It will be happening around about 9 PM for people living on the West Coast. It will be starting Friday. It will be going on until Saturday, 9 PM for people living on the West Coast. That works out to be Saturday midnight to Sunday midnight for people living on the East Coast. That is when the Splatfest will be taking place for you. In the UK and Europe, it will be kicking off a little bit earlier than normal. It will be taking place between Saturday 12 noon, so 12 o'clock in the afternoon, to Sunday 12 o'clock in the afternoon for people living in the UK. That works out to be 1 PM Saturday to Sunday 1 PM for people living in the rest of Europe. This Splatfest is based on the Octoling amiibo gear. If you wear the headgear and shoes that the Octoling boy and girl amiibo do come with, then pretty much your Splatfest tee will turn into the t-shirt that basically the gear comes with, but pretty much the t-shirt will still come with the ability double up, so you will not get a different gear ability. You will still get the normal Splatfest typical gear ability that you always get for the Splatfest t-shirts. Now say like if you are on one team but you don't have that amiibo, but say like if you do have the other amiibo in the Octoling amiibo set, pretty much what the game will do is if you do wear that gear from the amiibo that you do have from the Octoling amiibo set, the game will turn it into your team's gear. So that is pretty cool. So say like if you don't have the Octoling girl amiibo but you do wear the Octoling boy amiibo, then pretty much the game will allow you to wear the wizard gear. So say like if you don't have a particular amiibo, then go with the team that allows you to wear the gear that you don't have. So yeah, this is a really cool Splatfest in my opinion. I definitely can't wait to take part myself. I think Team Wizard will be more popular than Team Knights, but I think I will go with Team Knights just because I have barely wore the Knight gear. So I think for this Splatfest, I think I will make an effort to wear the Knight gear, so I think I will go on Team Knights. Now when I first saw this announcement, I thought it meant that everybody would have got the Knight and the Wizard gear, even if you don't have the Octoling amiibo. I think that would have been a really cool thing to do. It would have meant that pretty much every single lobby would have been filled with Knights and Wizards. That would have been really cool to see, but then that would have been annoying for people that do own the Octoling amiibo. But we have seen something similar with the Inkling versus Octoling Splatfest, where pretty much Team Octoling had the ability to be Octolings even if you didn't have the Octo expansion DLC. So I thought they would have done something similar with this Splatfest, but yeah, I definitely am looking forward to this Splatfest. And maybe this is the next best thing to do in terms of satisfying people that do own the Octoling amiibo as well. So yeah, I will be on Team Knights probably. Let me know what team you will be on in the comment section below. You can actually vote for what team you want to be on right now. I think the in-game reason for this happening is also really cool as well. The lore reason for this Splatfest is that the fish from the Octoling or from the Octopus amiibo, pretty much that fish has its own game, and pretty much in that game the Knight and the Wizard are playable characters. There is a really cool screenshot by the way on Wahoo World where you do see the fish from the Octopus amiibo pretty much peeking out in various places. It is really spooky, it is really scary. Definitely did enjoy that screenshot. So yeah, this Splatfest will be kicking off next weekend. Now next week we will be getting a new balance update. Next Sunday we will be getting the 4.5 update. That is for North America. That is when it will be coming out for you guys in North America. It will be coming out on Monday for people living in the UK, Europe, I'm guessing Australia as well. I know Japan will be getting the update on Monday as well. Now we don't have official patch notes at this time of recording. if we do, by the time I do edit and upload this video, I will put the official patch notes in the comment section below. At this time of recording, I can only go off fan translations, and someone called tictac_SPL, they have pretty much translated the Japanese patch notes. I will be picking out the main headlines, but I will be leaving a link to the fan translation or the official patch notes in the description for you guys to read for yourselves. The sprinkler has seen a big buff. Nintendo has decreased the time for it to start painting by 30 frames. The radius of inking when initially placed has been increased by 250%. Maybe this does reverse the 3.0 update that did massively nerf the sprinkler. The sloshing machine explosion and the Splatbrella have all seen nerfs in this update. The Splatbrella has seen the biggest one just because the Bamboozler, the 52 gal, the 96 gal, the Lunar Blaster, Squeezer, Carbon Flingzer and Splat Roller, they have all got increased damage to the Splatbrella, all by varying amounts of damage. Some of them have seen an increased damage by as much as 50% to the Splatbrella. So yeah, the Splatbrella will be a much more difficult weapon to use with this 4.5 update. Earlier on this week, we got the release of the Caution gear, which is of course Japanese exclusive. We now know what gear abilities come with the 2 gear. So the bandana comes with swim speed up and the hoodie comes with main power up. We got some new screenshots for the gear as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will come to the West, but yeah, as I did talk about in a previous video, it is pretty much a long shot for it to come to the West, unfortunately. New Splatterscope water pistols will be coming out in Japan on the 31st of March. Now, I do believe you can buy them on Amazon Japan. I will leave a link to them in the description below, but yeah, they definitely do look really cool. And finally, Sakurai has talked about how difficult it was to pick out a stage that did represent Splatoon in Smash Bros. Ultimate, just because Sakurai, he likes to pick stages that does have a certain amount of elevation to it, and pretty much most of Splatoon stages, they are all flat, so that is why he picked Murray Towers, just because it does have that elevation to it. Also, Murray Towers represents something different that isn't in Smash Bros, so that is why they did pick Murray Towers as the Splatoon representation. At the time, I was against Murray Towers just because Murray Towers is probably one of my least favourite stages, but having said that, Murray Towers, I guess it is one of the most recognisable stages from Splatoon, so I guess it did make sense for Sakurai to pick Murray Towers as the Splatoon representation. I've said this before, but I really hope one of the DLC characters will be a Splatoon character so that we get another Splatoon stage. I definitely want there to be more Splatoon stages. I will definitely buy a DLC pack that does include more Splatoon stages, but maybe because Sakurai has said that all Splatoon stages are flat and Smash Bros needs stages with elevation, maybe that will count against more Splatoon stages in Smash Bros Ultimate. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I guess the biggest headline is that we will be getting a global Splatfest next week. I've got another video coming out later today. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. One more thing I just want to quickly mention is don't forget to pick up your free drink tickets. This week it is Ability Chunks, but it seems to be a weekly thing. And yeah, don't forget to go on the news feed and go on the Squid Research Lab channel, scroll down to the bottom and pretty much get the free Ability Chunks. I do believe it is Ability Chunks this week. Last week it was drink tickets. It seems to be changing with each week, but yeah, don't forget to collect your free drink tickets or free whatever you get each week. It seems to be a weekly thing. Not sure how long it will last, but yeah, I probably will not have a chance to remind you guys again, but just wanted to quickly remind you guys in this video. Whilst I am making this video, I thought I may as well just quickly remind you guys. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video now. And yeah, we'll see you in my next one coming out later today.